Hello there, Dave here with another episode of the unusual things that go on around my house. So outside, out front, I was working and there were chickens out there again and dogs. And so why did the chicken cross the road, I ask you? Well, across the street is a church. And the answer is to be the church's chicken. Because I noticed that when cars were coming along, they would stop, apparently for no reason. But if you look closely, they were waiting for the chickens to cross the road. So as I was working on the walkway, I also noticed that the chickens would come up like near my head when I was down on the ground, and they would eat little rocks. So anyway, the walkway I was working on, the reason why I was working on this is that there's a tree that had grown up and started lifting up the walk. And it had also started lifting up the side of the stairs. So the stairs were like slanted like this. So it looked terrible. But all along the street, there's renovation going on. Renovation across the street, renovation, several houses in a row across the street are being renovated. And it's great, and I want to keep up with the other people's work and match the enthusiasm that's going on everywhere else. So the walkway that I'm working on seems like it's attracting attention. And so people will come along and stop and ask me, how'd you learn how to do that? How are you doing it? Or can you come over to my house and do my walk when you're done with this one? So my answer is actually, well, it turns into a conversation. So then there are people that will come by and ask me, how's the family? How's your family? It's a small town. Everybody knows everybody. And at some point, someone has lived in my house, or they know someone who has lived in my house. So there are these wonderful stories of, times in the past, when they used to live there and how things used to be. So then I have people that would stop and ask if my car was for sale, because I parked the car in the front because the supplies are there and they're heavy and I want them to be near where I'm working. So then there are people walking down the street and there are dogs that have gotten loose, and the dogs are impeding the pedestrian traffic going back and forth. And then, so I start to notice that the traffic is starting to build up. So you've got contractors on the other side of the street, and they're stopped. When they park, the street gets too narrow for two cars to pass, so they have to take turns. Well, the car started backing up, and then there's a new stop sign, four-way stop sign, so the cars have to stop and negotiate at the stop sign as well. So then they started backing up past the stop sign down the other street. So at this point, I asked the question, is this just too much entertainment for the street? Street can't handle this much entertainment. And I started thinking, well, maybe I need to go inside and wait for everything to settle down and just have smaller, shorter segments more often on the sidewalk. But this is so much fun. People are having a good time. This is entertainment. This is people love this. They like seeing things, coming back, revitalizing the neighborhood. So what I found out was, unbeknownst to me, but known to the adjacent main roads, there was a traffic incident. and people had been using my street as a shortcut. Well, once the incident cleared up, the traffic jam in front of the house cleared up, and we were completely able to handle more Renovation Entertainment. This has been Dave saying, be good to others, and until we meet again, go in peace.